I was about to do my YouTube intro. Alright, everybody, welcome back to Dokkan When. I totally didn't just botch that. I just got finished playing The Last of Us. For those who watch my Last of Us playthrough, I just recorded. Today is the 5th of June. I just finished recording the main game an hour or so ago. I'm going to be starting recording the DLC probably tomorrow or day after. Like, I've just been recording, so my mind literally was like, YouTube time! Yeah! For those who don't watch my YouTube, if you want to, you can go, or if you want to check these out, the Dokkan Whens themselves on YouTube. Have in the background that we, I don't know, however you do your stuff, because, you know, we're on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. You can go to the YouTube channel KH Hauser to come listen to Dokkan When, the Dokkan Who's. You can watch me play games. I stream on there when I am able. You know, it just varies. It varies. I was gonna have two other dudes with me, but I think they are busy, which is perfectly fine. I can take it. I've done one of these by myself. I can take care of this by myself. And as we talked about, I can't remember if we said in the last one what we were doing, but I think I said, if we did, I said we're doing our favorite supports. Our favorite support type units. And whenever I say supports, that's a, any broad spectrum of anything that buffs up allies in any sort of way. So if that increases a dodge chance by 1%, that counts as a support. So actually, I'll use this first unit in my honorable mention to kind of discuss, to show off what I mean by any sort of buffing. And because I've talked about this unit, probably one of my favorite EZAs, going to be one of my favorite EZAs for a very long time. AGL Super 17 is my honorable mention. AGL Super 17, for both people out there who may not know, this is a support unit. But let's go over the unit. So he's Extreme AGL, 3 key, 132 all stats, and Super Class, Super AGL, 3 key, 90% of stats. Super Attack, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and greatly lowers enemy defense. Really not that useful. His passive, if I can get it to pull up, if I can, there we go. Reduces damage by 40%, key plus 1 up to 3, and attack plus 30% up to 150. And an additional reduction of 6% damage, well, damage reduction up to 6%, up to 30 with each attack received. So, basically, he can hit for 150% attack with 70% damage reduction. Very good. That's not it. That's not what I'm wanting. The support aspect is this next part. Target Goku category, allies chance of performing critical hit plus 17%. So that qualifies him as a support unit. And I've talked about before, if the target Goku could ever get themselves a counter unit, let's say later in the future they give us a Fusion 17, like it's Hellfighter and 17 that fuse together and they have a counter mechanic, have him linked up with the AGL Super 17, and that'll be a very dangerous rotation because you're supposed to build counter units with a lot more crit, that way you can do more damage. Like Vegeto's, you build with a lot more critical attack. More attacks means more critical 9 times out of 10. Because not all those multiple attack units are going to stack. If they can attack 5-6 times in a row, take Tech Vegito Blue, he doesn't do that much, he does like 3 or 4, he stacks attack and defense, so he's one of those ones you could theoretically build attack for more attacking with additional or with more crit. We're not going on that. That's going way off topic. But using Super 17 here, it goes to show just how lenient I'm going to be with this term support, because that buffs up one aspect of an ally, which is all that the support really is supposed to do, is just buff up one specific thing, whether it's attack, like heck, even Supreme Kai Atai, the tech one, who can give like 42%, 30% naturally, 42% randomly. Just more support. But since I'm the only one here, I got no one else to vamp off of, let's go into my number 5. My number 5 is an EZA I've talked about before. I like this EZA. He's not one of my top 5 anymore, just because EZA's gone on, units get a whole lot better. They get stronger, tougher, you know, just overall better. And my number 5 is Physical Kid Buu. Physical Kid Buu is an old unit. He's a Gen 1 Dokkan Fest unit with a 7,000 stat line. So, his leader skill, All types ki +3 and HP and defense +50%. I didn't know this. Raises attack up to 80%. The more HP the remaining, the greater the boost. So I didn't actually realize his attack buff was for that. And his super attack causes immense damage and lowers enemy defense. Most people who play Dokkan know Kid Buu as quite possibly one of the best support units because of his overallness. He doesn't specify like Super 17 doesn't just specifies to target Goku category, whereas Buu here supports everything. You can go throw him onto a team that he doesn't even have a lead on, and boom, they're getting support. So support is 2 ki and 50% attack and defense when HP is 80% or above, or all allies attack and defense was 30% when HP is 79% or lower. So Buu here is back in his old prime. I'll actually go look at his old unit to kind of show the difference, because not many people know nowadays with the EZAs. But you used to just be, he gets 50% attack and defense for all allies when HP is 80% or above. So if you fall below that 80% threshold, even at 79.9%, then you are not losing it. You are losing his support aspect. So Buu, after getting his EZA, now allows him to support at all times. If you have high HP or low HP, he's a lot better with the higher HP, because that's obviously another 20% attack and defense, and he gets ki. So it makes him more formidable, but it just allows him the higher HP, extra 20% for all things, or the 30% and lower. Just makes him overall a very good support unit in any team you can take him on, because he's always going to be doing something. Because some of the units out there only support specific aspects of a unit or a specific category, whereas Buu here is a full-on just, hey, here you go, what's that old Oprah meme? You get a support, you get a support, you get support, you all get support, whether or not it's good or bad. But physical Kid Buu is definitely, I think, in all people's, I could be wrong, but every person's favorite support type unit, at least in some way, shape, or form, because of the amount of power that he can actually bring to a unit, or team, not unit. Next one I'm going to talk about is a newer one to the, actually my next few are going to be newer ones to the game. I say new, that means less than a year old. Well, partially. But my number 4 is, hey Ghost, I hope you're listening to this, but it's Intelligent Xenopan. Xenopan was without a doubt the best, and Ghost, remember, say it with me, best Heroes unit released in 2021. I'm not gonna argue, because she's just overall the most versatile in every single way, shape, and form. So, she's a crossover, 3 ki, 150% of stats. Her super attack raises her attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a 50% chance of stunning the enemy. That right there already makes her a very good unit. So going even further into her passive, she is a 140% attack and defense, Dragon Ball Heroes category, 3 ki and 40% attack and defense, so that's a wide variety right there. High chance of performing a critical hit, that's 50%. High chance of evading enemies' attack, 50%. Plus an additional defense plus 50% within the same turn with each attack evaded. So basically, she's going to continuously build. Let's say if she starts off with 100k defense and dodges 4 attacks, that's an additional 200,000 defense on top of her. At least I think that's the way it works out. I don't think it'd be, it wouldn't be start off 100k, then it's 50 to 150k, then 75 to 225. The math on there, I could be wrong, but I think it's just her initial defense at start of turn. She also gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% per Dragon Ball Heroes category ally self-excluded on the same turn. So we're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about her Dragon Ball Heroes support, which, I say Dragon Ball. Overall, it'll be her as an entirety of a unit, because of, what am I doing? I accidentally tapped out of her. So the supporting is supporting Dragon Ball Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes is one of my absolute favorite teams in Dokkan, without a doubt. That may be a small roster compared to like Pure Saiyans or Super Saiyans or something like that, and not have the full advantage of what it should be. I'm hoping that in 2022 we get a 200% lead for them, which would be phenomenal. It can help buff them up, but Pan here is probably the most versatile Dragon Ball Heroes unit. The only one that can be slightly argued, in my opinion, is the Kid Buu Babidi Absorbed because of his overall supporting of offense and defense, depending on HP. But because of that, he's just weird. But you can go throw her on a team where she can only support herself, along, let's say, one other unit. Let's say take her on Goku Family, for an example, because there are some... Because one of our other ones on the list, spoilers, is Physical Xeno Goku. They have those two on a rotation. She'll be supporting him, but outside of that, she'll be able to dodge, stun, crit, all built in. So Pan herself as a unit is a very powerful, versatile unit. She just happens to be a support on top of all of it. Had she not been a support, I still would have called her a very good unit, but her having that support for Dragon Ball Heroes makes her a top unit, in my opinion, as a support type unit. Though the category itself is small and limited, as years go on, we're going to be able to get more Dragon Ball Heroes stuff, and she'll be able to boost more and more. So that support she's got is going to slowly just get better and better and better. Speaking of getting better and better, let's go into the next one on this list, which is, it's a two-parter, is Vegeta, well, Xeno Super Saiyan Vegeta. Because, you know, why not? So, into Vegeta here. Vegeta's family, 3-key, 130 to stats. He greatly raises attack and defense, causes supreme damage to enemy, and lowers attack. Very good right there. He gives himself 120% attack and defense, plus an additional 100% attack when there's a Goku's family category ally on the team. And he gives Vegeta's family category allies 2-key and 40% attack and defense. So, Vegeta here is going to be one of those aging units that if you have him, I recommend using him because he's going to age well as time goes on. Just because Vegeta's family is going to keep getting more buffs. So like during year 7, we're going to get the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku EZA. He's going to help buff them out quite a bit. Like we got Int Maj and Vegeta like 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I think 2 months ago. So that's another one right there, because he's on the Worthy Rivals and Vegeta's family, so he has access to a 200% lead right now, allowing him to already be, you know, tough, good, whatever word you want to use. And he's also a very powerful unit. So I take him into a lot of long events because the greatly stacking attack and defense works very well on all units. If you can greatly stack, you have some sort of use to me. Quite a few players. More so if you stack defense for a lot of players nowadays. But if you even greatly stack attack, I'll say you're a decent unit. And on top of that, you have him, he hits, as time goes on, he's going to hit hard enough to make himself worth it. And so it's just more so the variety of the team itself, along with this next one, which is Xeno Goku. He's Goku family, 3-key, 130 stats. He has pretty much the same, greatly stacking attack and defense, supreme damage with a 50% chance to stun the enemy instead of the attack lowering. So his whole kit is 120 to attack and defense, like the Vegeta, plus an additional 100% when there's another Goku family category ally on the team, like the Vegeta. And he gets Goku family category allies 2-key, 40% attack and defense. So he's pretty much he's almost a carbon copy, or depending on how you want to do it. Him and the Vegeta are pretty much carbon copies of each other. Not gonna gripe, not gonna complain. They work very well. So Goku being here on his, Goku family, whenever Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets his EZA come year 7, the Goku family is going to be needs a good support, which in my opinion is this Goku. Goku here, like the Vegeta, very versatile, very powerful. He has a little more access to stuff because imagine, say it's a 180% is what they go to. The Goku and Vegeta are going to awaken to 180s to Goku family. Have this Goku here linked up with the Xeno Pan, because they share like 3 or 4 links with each other. So he'll be hitting high numbers, high defense, while supporting himself and the Pan, and Pan supporting him. And it's another one of those units that as time goes on, the team's just gonna keep getting better and better. Goku's family, Dragon Ball, Dokkan is primarily filled up with Goku family. I'd say 50% of the game is at least Goku family. Might change here and there. Percentage could change here and there from time to time, but it's primarily Goku's family. So this unit is going to have a whole lot of use as time goes on, with him being as far as I know, the only good Goku family support in the game right now. I think there might be a low one. I think we're going to get a free-to-play Goku and Chi-Chi that supports. I could be wrong on that. But this Goku here, in my opinion, is the best Goku family, and as time goes on, he's going to get more use out of him because Goku family is just going to get better. And if anyone argues, can you, though? Honestly, say that I'm wrong in that just because Goku family gets a whole lot. But we're not going to do arguing because we're going to go into our... oh, it's going to be a short one. Holy cow. Well, you know what? That's fine. I got things to do. But next unit we're going to talk about is one we actually got an argument over in our Discord earlier today. I say argument. Mild argument over his placement because Truth made a tier list of this yellow coin LR being at number 10, which I completely agreed with. It is LR Team Turles, or LR Turles, depending on your preference. Turles was an LR that dropped out of nowhere and pretty much changed the game power-wise because he was hitting so much harder than so many units, and it's nasty. It's nuts what this unit can actually do, so let's go into him. He's Terrifying Conquerors, 4 key, 130% to stats, or Extreme Strength, 4 key, 100% to stats. Nothing special there. Super attacks, 12 key, causes colossal damage, 30% chance of stunning enemy. With 18 key, raising attack for 1 turn, causing Mega Colossal with 50% chance to stun. My Turles, I've seen this guy perform very nasty numbers. I watched a showcase on him earlier just to kind of see some numbers, and this man was peering near 10 million pretty much every turn. Granted, it was a support-heavy team, but he was peering near 10 million, at least 9 million each super attack. It's Dokkan World if you want to go see it. He had all the Turleses pretty much on the team. Easy Aid, TUR of LR Turles, and then LR Turles all in one thing. So he's given himself a ton, and I mean a ton of support. But, so let's go into him. Turles here. He gives himself 130% to stats. Terrifying Conquerors, category 3 key, 30% attack and defense. 6 key, and attacks effective against all types and the target enemy is stunned. And attacks effective against all types and a high chance of launching an additional super attack when key is 24. So basically, if this Turles is max key, he has 50% chance to launch his second super, which paired on top with his 24 key will be super effective, and then has a decent chance to proc his third super, or a third super. And if you get him to, let's say he stuns, because he stuns on super. Oh, let's say if you have him linked up with AGL Turles. AGL Turles stuns first, and this Turles here is stuck at 16 key. He'll be able to bump up to 18 key, not 16 key. 18 key, bump up to 24 key, and then he can get everything done with them. But Turles' support is a Terrifying Conquerors, and Terrifying Conquerors, who just got a 200% lead in the Ginyu, is a very powerful team. And Turles here is going to be one of those units I feel as time goes on is just going to age better. I'm waiting for him to start, for more teams to start giving him 200% lead so he can actually do a lot more. We're not talking about LRs, we're talking about the support. And him supporting the Terrifying Conquerors is just overall a good thing, because we'll compare him to STR Cooler, who supports either, Transformation Boost or Terrifying Conquerors, depending on the amount of enemies. I prefer just one of those. Just consistently one of those instead of fluctuating, even though it doesn't happen that often. But the Turles allowing with his stunning capabilities on his to allow him to get key easier makes him a very good unit on top of his support. A lot of these units are pretty much just support with good aspects to them, not just support. I could just do a pure support one, but that'd be really hard to do because some of these units give so much. Like I could go even with I'll even go look at STR Topo really quick, which I know a lot of people like Topo as a support unit. Where is Topo? There he is. Like even Topo here, he raises the allies' attack. Support. But he gives himself 70% attack and defense, and he reduces the enemy's attack and defense by 70%, not attack, and reduces damage by 40% when HP is 70% or less. So it's hard to pick just a straight support unit because they're going to have some buffing to them. So anyone out there who may or may not be complaining that these units are not just solely support units, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. These units, you can't just have... It's 2022, you cannot just have a support unit anymore. You can't have a unit, oh, this unit gives 2 key and 20% attack and defense. You can't have that anymore, so... I think it's really fair to count the unit as in its entirety, like I am with LR Turles and all these other ones. So, yeah, Turles. Great unit. One of my favorite units. Support Terrifying Conquerors. I want more Terrifying Conquerors. I want to just pure... I want a new Terrifying Conquerors lead. Like, not the Ginyu. Like, one that's primarily Terrifying Conquerors. Because I go look at the Ginyu really quick. I think he is... Is he Terrifying Conquerors in space? Is he Namek? What is he? Oh, he's Terrifying Conquerors. Okay, okay. I thought he was Space Traveling Warriors and Planet Namek. So he is Terrifying Conquerors. Okay, I was wrong on that. I had him backwards. So I guess I will not say what I was going to say. I just wanted a new... Terrifying Conquerors. I didn't realize that he was actually Terrifying Conquerors. I thought he was Space Traveling Warriors, which I'm okay with. Makes Turles very good. And speaking of very good, we're going through this very quick. I don't even think I'm going to... I might make 30 minutes. I don't even think I'm going to make 30 minutes, but you know what? That's fine. We'll call this like a quick thing. I can actually come up with a schedule for what's going to happen after this, too. Where is it? There he is. So... My number one may or may not surprise people, because this is the first unit that ever got talked about in Dokkan When. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is one of my favorite units, so slightly biased, but you know what? It's my favorite supports. And, yeah. So, starting off with Vegeta's leader skill. Crossover, 3 key, 170% to stats. I like the crossover team. Like I said, I want a 200% for like Dragon Ball Heroes crossover lead. So say it's Dragon Ball Heroes, crossover, and then 30% to Time Traveler. That would literally cover every unit in both of those categories. Making in my opinion, Dragon Ball Heroes somewhat not viable. I say they are viable because they can do a lot of tough events. I don't know about Red Zone. I haven't heard anybody taking them into that. But they can do a lot of events right now because of how tough they actually are. But he raises defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage to enemy. I had a Mandela effect a while back because I thought he greatly raised defense. Like, I've literally sat here for months. I've probably talked about it more than once that he greatly raises defense on the podcast. I swear I'm not crazy. I do remember, like, back in the day, when he first came out, it was greatly raising. I'm not crazy. I know he once said greatly raising. It's a Mandela effect, and that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm not crazy. That crazy. But, Vegeta here. He's 140% attack and defense for himself. Very good. He gives crossover category allies 1 key, 20% attack. He falls into that category. And Giant 8 power... 1 key, 20% attack, and defense falls under that category. So if you're under specific categories, he gives you 2 key, 40%. Otherwise, he gives 2 categories, 20%. Making him overall a decent support because he's more versatile than some of the other ones. Though he doesn't, some units don't get his entirety of support, like STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's not going to get his 40% support. He'll get the 20% support. But Vegeta here still having some support for the unit itself allows for better performances later on. And Vegeta also has a 50% chance to counter super attack. You know, as most Super Saiyan 4s do. But Vegeta being my number one is because I've used him since he's come, like, quite fervently since he's come out. And I mean fervently. And for those who don't know what the word fervently means, that means a lot. So I've seen him perform very well. He performs very well in SPRs, even ESPRs. I've taken him. If I can take him in physical Vegeta Blue, I'll take them both into an event, or into the thing, and they'll both dominate because of how powerful that 1-2 wombo combo is. I personally wish Vegeta here was more of like 25% support to help buff up just a slight bit more, because I know 40% is kind of the meta right now, but I feel like that 50% because of how limited his actual dual categories are. Because if I go look at the categories right now that are on grade 8 power, and there it is. Nope, there we go. Grade 8, if I go with the grade 8 power, oh, it's Giant 8 power on global, I forget. Giant Ape and crossover. I go with both of those two, there's only a select few of units that actually have this. Like, yeah, there are right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units that get that buff. All the other ones are, you know, neither one. So, yeah, I just wish Vegeta was a 25% to both categories. That way they would be slightly buffed more if they aren't on both categories. It's not a detriment to either one. It's not overpowered. Vegeta himself would just be given 10% more to him, Broly. So that's, I would personally want that just to help out a little bit more. Outside of that, there's not much I can complain on him. Very powerful unit, good lead. I'm expecting the EZA not this year but next year, and whenever he does, he's probably going to become a 180 to cross over, which I'm so excited for, and it'll probably be close to game breaking again. Well, I don't have anybody here to vamp with, so I guess I'm at the end of the thing. It was a very short one. How did I stretch out that first one to an hour? Did I just talk? I think I went off on a whole lot of tangents. Probably. That sounds like something I would do. But I will give a game plan. So right now, Will, I don't think you're hearing this, but if you are, we're gonna miss you. Will's gone over somewhere southeast, southwest, south north. He's gone somewhere south north to do military stuff. Will's Air Force, for those who may or may not know. So we're going to have, over the summer, until Will comes back, various guests on. So I'm going to have, like, ABC with Dale. I'll have Invective with, I don't know, Danger. So Dokkan When, over the next few months, is going to be a little more, I guess, sporadic with its people is the right way to say it. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. It's just more sporadic with its guests, which allow a little more, not versatility, but just more fun, because I feel like Dale, Will, and I are, since we're the main three that go on here, you kind of know our dynamic of how we're going to work with each other. Whereas if I get Invective and, we'll say, Ghost, because I had Dokkan Ghost on here a while back. If I had those two on there, I don't know how those two are going to fare with each other, so it just adds a whole lot more fun and variety to the show. And then I may or may not, as time goes on, because I have a Dokkan Who queued up right now. If you guys want to be on Dokkan Who, come hit me up on the Instagram, which is Dokkan_When_podcast. I would love to interview you if you're above the age of 16. I have had some people that aren't 16 try to say, like, hey, look at me, I'm an adult. One of them, I will actually call this one out. I'm not going to say the name, but this kid messaged me on Instagram. Kid's blocked, by the way, just because he got very rude. But said, oh, hey, I play Dokkan. Oh, great. How old are you? Well, I'm 14. I just turned 14. Yeah, no, you got to be 16. But I play games. Okay, good for you. I play games. No, I play M-rated games. That means I have a maturity level above 17. Ha, you son of a bitch. No, you don't. I didn't say that. I said, nah, bro. Just because of what you play doesn't mean you're mature. I'm 22 and I watch SpongeBob. Does that make me immature? Or does it make me mature? So he really kind of got off all rude. It's like, hey, I don't care what you think. I am old enough to be on your show because of the shit I play. And this is exactly quoting what he said. The shit I play. I played like Doom. I played The Last of Us. What else did he play? Agony. I felt bad for him because he played Agony. Agony's a piece of shit game. I play Elden Ring. I play all these adult games. So you should let me on your show. And I'm just like, nah, I don't want you. Wait till you're 16, then we'll talk. But until then, negative. Negative, Ghost Rider. Go play your games, think you're tough. Because, you're nowhere near tough. You're a child! I can't think of anything else except, you know, go check out Dokkan When on Instagram. I'm gonna start, like I think I said, I'm gonna start doing stuff. I've had, reason this one, I also gotta give a PSA on why this one was late. 2 PSAs on this. One of them was, the episode itself, I had the original one queued up. It was ready to upload. It had uploaded, and whenever the day came, I looked to see to make sure everything was uploaded. The episode was gone. So I was very confused, because if I go to my YouTube right now, it still says the episode is part of my thing, and it's uploaded, but it is nowhere to be seen. Like, even for me, I can't even go watch it. And so basically just sort of deleted itself. I can't watch it in any way, shape, or form. So the original episode just kind of blipped out of existence. And I've been dealing with some very personal stuff recently, which has been draining. But, what can you do? You can't always do stuff. I am going to, however, I think today is the 5th, the 12th, I'm going to record with another podcast buddy, theoretically. So if you know who you are, you know who you are, because we've been talking off and on as we've both been able to, because we've both been very busy. Another podcaster, and we're going to have another collaboration where, so, yeah, stay tuned for that. So it'll be another Dokkan When, but a little different. I'm not sure when that one will be uploaded. It all depends on his schedule right now, and my schedule, because I'm going to start working here in the next 2 weeks, so stay tuned for all that. But if we don't have our special episode next time, stay prepared, because I talked to Adam and Kevin, I had them both on here a while back, about our favorite Peppy Gals units. So Adam, Kevin, I'm letting you two know we're going to be doing that. So I hope you guys got your lists ready, because I'm going to cringe the entire time. And outside of that, like I said, go check out the YouTube channel KH Hauser. Watch me play games like Last of Us, Resident Evil. I'm going to start Kingdom Hearts and Tomb Raider after I beat Last of Us 2 in however long. And go listen to my Dungeons & Dragons game. I'm in Dungeons & Dragons Cataclysm. You can go check out the channel at Billion. The number, like, not the, actually, like the word Billion. DOLLAPWN. It is an adult show, in case you couldn't tell by Dokkan When kind of being an adult show. But it's a very adult show where we just play Dungeons & Dragons. I have a specialty episode. I have a special episode hidden somewhere on my thing. I don't know exactly how far back it is. But if you go back 4 or 5 episodes, you'll be able to hear episode 1 to kind of get a feel on whether or not you like it. But I have nothing left to say. I did manage to break 30 minutes, so I'm proud of myself for being able to do that, because, like I said, I'm still dealing with stuff. So if my heart didn't seem in it, that's why. But I do like doing these. I needed to get this done, too. So thanks all for listening. Guy got no specialty thing except, yeah. If you're religious, pray for Will while he's over doing his military stuff. And if you're religious, pray for me. If not, just wish for me. Give me happy wishes. Who knows? I don't know what you are. Anyway, thanks all for listening. I was about to say bye, everybody. Oh, I'm so sad being alone. Play the music. Bye, everybody.